Hello dear students of class 7, how are you all? Student, I am a science teacher, DPS sir from Alpia Public School, Golawala, Gorakhpur student. Student, in my previous video, I have explained chapter 10, that was the revisional video, and today I will revise the chapter 11, that is reproduction in plant. Reproduction in plant. Student, this topic is give the sense of how the plant animal continue their race, means giving birth of their own kind. Just like that, we peoples to continue our generation give birth to our kingdom, to our same species. A plant give birth to the same kind of plant, either by the help of fruit flower or by the help of their body part, so that after that death of that person or that body or that king or that you can say plant, there might be their kingdom or their species might be present on this earth surface. If there would be no such system of reproduction in the living creatures like plant and animal kingdom, the race or the generation of those plant or animals would have stopped after their death. So, reproduction is a scientific method. Reproduction is the way, is the method by which any living creature continue their race by giving birth to their own kind. Just like human being give birth to the child of their own kind, an elephant give birth to a baby elephant. Okay, a horse give birth to a baby horse. A mango tree can reproduce more mango trees by the help of the seed from the fruits of that plant. It is so that to continue their race. So student, reproduction, I have told you, reproduction is the way, is the method by which a living organisms can continue their race by giving birth to their own kind. That is called reproduction. Student, types of reproduction. There are basically two types of reproduction. One is the asexual method, another is the sexual method. Sexual method and asexual method. Student, reproduction by the help of the body parts of that species plant. Just for example, student, I have told you two types of reproduction, sexual and asexual. In asexual reproduction, there is no any requirement of male and female gametes for giving birth to a new ones. Just by the help of the different body parts of different plants, some plants, there are some certain plants, they could give birth, or they could by the help of their root they can generate a new plant. There are certain plants, by the help of leaves they could generate their own species, their own kind new plant. There are certain species plant that could give birth to the next their kingdom, means sorry, their next their same type by help of their, what you can say, stem. Now let's give me the examples. Student, You can say that just sugarcane, potato. If you have seen the farming of the sugarcane or potato, potato is the it's called the stem. The stem part in the potato, suppose this is a potato, there is a like this part that is called the eye part in the potato. If that eye part is cut and put in the soil of the farmland, so this eye part is the part of the stem of the potato, and from this eye part there starts arising the plumule and the root radical, and a new plant will start growing from the stem of this type of potato plant. That means we have seen that potato is such a plant which give birth to their own kind by the help of their body part, that is the by the help of their stem and eye part. Next to it, you have seen the plant of sugarcane. Student, you have seen the plant of sugarcane. Sugarcane plant, this is the stem part. If we cut the stem part of the sugarcane and put under the ground those stem part, by cutting those stem part, if we put under the ground, there it starts growing. There it starts growing to give a new sugarcane plant. So student, here one more example I have given you, that sugarcane could also grow by the help of their body part, that is by the help of the stem. So there are many such plants. Two examples that I have given you that could be grown by the help of their stem part. There are certain plants, that could be grown by the help of their leaf. Just for one example, I am giving you about the bryophyllum. About the bryophyllum. Bryophyllum. Student, there are certain leaves and by the side of leaves there are small plants small baby plants. If you will just pluck these baby plants, if you will detach this baby plant by the side of their leaf and put these under the soil, a time will come when this plant will grow into a big plant, into a big plant. That means this bryophyllum is such plant in which reproduction could take place by the help of the leaf. So student, there are also such plant that give birth to a new plant of their own kind by the help of their root. Just like you have heard the name of sweet potato, the sweet potato part, the part that is under the soil, if that part is cut and put under the ground surface of the farmland, it will give rise to a new plant of sweet potato. So student, by the help of certain examples, I have told you that how certain plants give birth to a new plant of their own kind by the help of their different body parts. Okay, students? So, these system of reproduction by the help of their body part is called asexual reproduction, in which there is no requirement of any male or female gametes, because there is no transfer of any type of pollen grain from anther to stigma, means the male part of the flower to female part of the flower. There is no any such requirement. Here, whatsoever the reproduction takes place are happening by the help of their different body parts, and this is called the vegetative, sorry, this is called the what? Asexual reproduction. Now student, next I am going to explain about the few more type of reproduction, that is called the artificial reproduction. Artificial way, not the natural way, artificial way. Just like you have seen the rose plant, okay, if you will cut the any branch of that rose plant and put in the soil, okay, after few days, if you will take care of that cutted branch part that you have put under the soil, if you will take care by giving water time to time, after few days you will see from that cut part of the stem or branch, new leaves start coming out. That means now that cut stem or branch part has converted into a new plant. Okay, student. So here what we have seen, by the help of their branch, we give rise to a new rose plant. In the artificial method of reproduction, there comes a layering, 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 which I have already explained in the class, dear student. Student, there is certain plants whose branches are very long, that it certain some branches touches the ground surface, and as it touches the ground surface, after being in regular touch with that ground surface, there it gets the water, minerals, sunlight, then starts growing roots and stem, that starts growing root and stem. So from there a new plant arises. So student, what you have seen, that such plant whose branches just touches the ground, and from that ground surface a new baby plant start growing. This artificial method of reproduction is called the layering. Layering, student. What is, be careful, what is the name I have told you? Layering. Okay, student. So layering is the method of artificial way of reproduction. Now student, grafting. What is grafting? I have told you about the layering. Now, grafting. Same species plant with two different nature. Suppose that. Suppose, for example, you could only do this type of reproduction when the plant is not very fully matured, when it is at a young period. When it will be old enough, then its stem will be very thick and the experiment might not take place easily. So suppose that two different nature plant of same species. Suppose that I have taken a mango, two mango plant, which is in the form of plant, not in the form of tree, because when it will become tree, its stem will become more thick, and this is not possible to do in such type of reproduction. Might not take place in that condition when it is fully mature. Suppose that I want to mix the two different nature of the same plant together, so that the plant what will grow further after doing such type of mixing two different nature of same species plant, that plant will acquire both the nature. That means suppose that there are two plant, one plant has got the, this is also mango, this is also mango. Suppose that this plant has got the nature that this plant gives, when it will, the time will come of giving fruits, it will give huge amount of fruits. Okay, but the fruits will be not what you can say sweet, and the size will also be small. This is the demerit. Suppose that there is a demerit of this plant is that this plant, one merit is that it gives very lot of amount of fruits grow on this such type of plant, mango tree, mango plant. And but demerit is that its size of fruit is very small and the fruit is not so sweet. This is also mango plant, but when it will become a tree, it will start giving a big size sweet fruit, but it doesn't give huge amount of fruits. So lot of numbers of fruit. So what will happen? You will cut the two plant and just exchange the upper part of this plant from the upper part of this plant. Take the upper part of this plant, put over here, and just take soil, mud, clay particles, surround it, and wrap it with plastic and tie it with rope. Tie it with rope, and the part of this plant, the upper part, put above this, put above this plant. Same process. Surround it, that cut part with the clay, cover it with the plastic, and tie it with the rope. Okay, student. And after few days, just taking after taking care of these two plants, regular water. This here put the water so that after few days you will see when you will unwrap or you will say unwound the plastic and remove the thread or rope, you will find the both the part has joined, and when it will take the shape of the tree after a few years, the fruit that they will give has got the both the property. They will all, this good merit has gone to them, and its good merit has came to this plant. Both the plant will give lot of amount of fruits, big size and sweet fruits. So this is also a method which is called the, what is it? It is called the grafting. Okay. While grafting, So the upper part is called the scion and the lower part is called the stalk. Okay, student. So this method of artificial method of reproduction is is called grafting. Next, student, there are few plants which grow by the method of budding and by fragmentation. That I will explain in my next lecture video, student. So today I have explained about the topic reproduction, types of reproductions. Okay, student, asexual reproduction, vegetative reproductions by the method of layering and grafting. Next day I will explain you about the fragmentation, budding method. Okay, student. Thank you. Have a nice day.